Sweet.
Too far behind.
So, it's a 2016 FZ7. What do you like about it?
It's got to be the torque, the sound, and then honestly the comfort.
Yep.
Makes it really easy to ride. I commute on it and then take it up to the canyons maybe every other weekend, and it's enough power for me, and I don't really need to go over 100.
Yeah.
But man, it pulls to 100 quick.
What kind of engine?
689cc parallel twin, and then it's got the Yamaha crossplane.
Yeah, I love the sound of these things. And then go over some of the mods that you've got on it.
So what I've done so far is I did new rear tire when I first got it. That had a nail in it, so
nice
I got
choice.
Bridgestone Battle Axe S21s.
Yep.
CRG mirror, Acura titanium, flash, Woodcraft frame sliders. And then I did passenger peg deletes. Those are pretty cool. And
is that what this is right here?
Right, yeah.
Nice. And you said full Acura?
Yeah.
Wow, this thing's gonna sound awesome. You got fender limiter,
R6
said that.
throttle tube. I'm trying to think what else. I have the one CRG, and then I had a machinist rub this down.
So how many miles have you putting on it?
5,000 in 5 months. I would say it's definitely the seat. The seat is kind of a pain to take on and off.
Does it have the
finicky. Yeah, like
does it have the
bolts are under
screws?
it.
Yeah.
And then to line everything up is rough. Some of the bolts shake loose. And then I would say everything under the seat, they chose to do cheap bolts, so a lot of them strip. So I have like probably a piece here, and I want to say there's like maybe a piece on the battery where I just have like little axle screws missing.
Strips, yeah.
Came from a KTM Duke 390.
Oh, nice.
And I actually didn't like it at all.
Really?
Coming to this bike, it was like day and night. I love this thing. It's much easier to flick and definitely has a lot more stability and confidence. What I want to do is spools, maybe upgraded airbox, the coolant reservoir.
Yep.
And then eventually I want to do levers and handlebars, do like drop down handlebars.
Okay.
Not necessarily clip-ons, but something a little bit lower.
Yeah. Ever had any problem?
I honestly don't. It's nice. I mean, knock on wood, but it's an awesome bike.
Well, Yamaha is the most reliable on Consumer Reports for like the last 10 years or something, so it makes sense. Oh, even the suspension's got the blue. Man, this thing's nice. Ooh, definitely flat footing it. I'm 5'9", 5'10"-ish, give or take an inch. So the kill switch is a little different. How do you start this thing? Oh, okay, you pull it back. I like how small the switches are. That's kind of nice. They're like not that intrusive. Horn's not too loud. Yeah, I'm definitely flat footing it. It feels extremely light. I like that there's no front end. And the clutch is letting out about halfway out. Whoa. Wow. This feels weird, like the front end. Oh, it sounds so good. I'm a sucker for good exhaust notes on bikes. All right, so I am riding with Kyle. and we are about to have some fun on this. I love that it's just simple. This is fantastic for like a beginner rider. Wow, I like how small this feels. Feels like a 250, dude. Oh yeah, the front wheel's gonna want to come up. Holy cow, so light. It feels so small, like you feel so in control of this bike. I feel like you can just like manhandle it. Downshifts are awesome. They got rubber lines. You can feel that, but that's all right. Wow, this bike's so fun. We got a fuel gauge. Miles per hour, really easy to read. Wow. Very nice. I love the gear indicator. It's dead smack in the middle, right where you need it. So you can pay attention to that when you're smashing. We got a temperature gauge, which for me is a must on a bike because I need to have it, you know, 130, 150 degrees before I start riding it because I'm in colder weather sometimes. The buttons look really easy to use. The blinkers, oh, they're separate. I like that. I like how they're on the complete opposite ends of the dash. High beam. This bike's fun, dude. 10,000 RPMs. So you feel like you're sitting pretty neutral. This is a really neutral position. The handlebars are lower on this than they are on the FZ10 if you're interested in getting one of those bikes. Very stable, very, very smooth. Yeah, you can tell he's got his flash on this ECU. Very fun. Yeah, this bike feels like it's easy to commute on. Like the power's not just like ridiculous, you know? Like you can control it and you're not always having to worry about your speed. But at the same time, if you really need to push it, I feel like you can really push this bike. Oh my gosh, that brap. It's like a dirt bike. Wow, I definitely like Yamahas, man. I'm starting to become a big fan. Man, this canyon's crazy busy for it being a Sunday. The front end feels very light. So it's super comfortable. Your sitting position feels pretty neutral. Your feet feel a little more like kind of behind you actually with the pegs, and once you put them up on your toes. Man, and that sounds incredible. I love this full system exhaust. Full system exhausts are amazing, man. Looks like it's got an eco. We got 8,700 miles on it. He says he hasn't had a problem with it, so that's awesome. Yeah, it's definitely got that mid-range. It kind of dies out, I would say, past 8,500. A cyclist is going faster than I am. What the heck? So just feels like it's got forged rims. Wow, the turn-in is just so nice. Why do people even park here? Yeah, I think a starter bike, I think you could say this is a starter bike. I've told people it is. I can say that, yeah, you can actually start on one of these. The whole FZ line of Yamaha is awesome. We got a time, we got the eco, so it can tell you if you're getting good gas mileage. This would be such a fun bike to just kind of putt around in. And then like head to the canyons every weekend. Like a great all-around bike, commuting, canyon. Oh yeah, those brakes are pretty good. For being a rubber line, that's pretty good. Love that sound it makes as soon as you shift it. Downshifts are awesome. They're like so crisp. right at 6,000, it kicks in. That throttle is really nice. There's not too much play. I like that. Man, is there anything I don't like? I mean, you can't, when you say things that you don't like about it, I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna include power because you're buying this kind of bike. You should expect it. So, I don't know if there's any downsides of this bike. Maybe the suspension's a little soft, and then I would say some steel braided lines on it. That is if you're taking it to the track. I feel like this is very stable enough, it's soft enough, but it's also stiff enough to do kind of everything. It's a very nice all-around bike. You know, I would actually say it feels very similar to the Ducati Monster. Like the positioning, where the front end is. Tanks are a little wider on the Ducati, but it has that similar, that naked bike feel, where I don't feel it as much on that FZ10. He said he bought it from Alaska, so that's pretty cool. See, here's something better about this bike than the FZ10, the gas gauge. On the gas gauge on the FZ10, it just has the 1 bar for the first whole half of the gas, which is annoying to me, but I like it has each notch. It doesn't feel buzzy like inline 4s. Dude, I really like it. Oh yeah. I think after I get my wife a Grom, I want to get her one of these because it's still low enough, the tank's narrow enough, and it feels really light. I like that. I really am interested to see how much this bike weighs. Oh wow, that can turn way more. Wow, U-turns are even wow, this is probably one of the easiest bikes to U-turn on. So with these turns, obviously I'm going a little slower than you know, your higher, faster, swooper turns. So maybe after probably 80 miles per hour, I could see that this could be a little sketchy because of all the wind. I like how narrow it feels, and I love this kind of textured fairings. The seat is actually not too bad. It's actually pretty soft. There you go. This engine feels very well made. It feels bulletproof. Very stable. Wow. Yeah, this feels more stable than the FZ10 in the turn. The FZ10 feels a little wonky. Let's say the engine braking, that is pretty good. Very nice. You know, I'm not gonna lie, man, this bike is extremely fun. I would buy one of these. If I were looking for a first bike, I highly recommend this. This is very nice. The pegs are really nice and easy to find, like the shifter and the brake. The rear brake is really easy to find. And even one finger on the brake is really strong. You are upright on this bike. I feel like I could definitely do a couple 100 miles on it before I'd have to stop. Oh, the ECU flash did a great job on this. Oh yeah, it's got that exiting power. Exhaust note bouncing off these echoing walls. Yeah, see, the suspension doesn't dip down or bounce, doesn't rebound that much, so that's nice. The transition, very smooth. And the body, like if your body positioning from transfer to transfer is so easy. I like that. Yeah, I don't want to get off this bike. Oh yeah, now that the tires are all warmed up, I love S21s. S21s are like my favorite tire. So smooth and linear. You don't, it doesn't drop down that crazy. And a good point with Sam, I test rode his CBR 990, and he made a pretty good point with the naked bike, especially the FZ10, FZ09, that it wants to stand itself up a lot. I don't feel that with this. I like that. Yeah, I like riding this bike fast more than the FZ10. Yeah, that exit, it's got that torque ripping out of the corner. Look at that nice clean FZ10. So the benefit with this exhaust note is it doesn't have that hummy, high-pitched noise that kind of drowns your ears, you know? You don't really have that as much. And the color scheme, I mean, come on. Color scheme on this is phenomenal. I was always like, I don't know about a blue bike, but it's Yamaha colors, and it looks so much better in person. If you want to get into riding, this is gonna make you get real passionate about riding real quick. You're not gonna want to get off this bike. Rear set. Oh wait, that could be the kickstand. This positioning, I really feel like I can anchor in my leg and get into the turn and lean off the bike. Lean like that. If you're short, you know, this is how you have to move your bikes around. This is just how you have to do it, and you're gonna have to get used to it because it's just the way it is. And then you push back here. Oh yeah, dude, this thing feels so small. It's nice. I keep the kickstand normally.